Here is footage from a security camera. It shows one of the cells in the detention center. See it with your own eyes. Alright, we get to watch it again. He's coming up to his cell, and then whoosh! Dog! Where'd that come from? Who knows? But he's gonna shake it off, and, you know, or he's gonna die. One or the other. What? It can't be! This tape clearly shows the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. I believe this is sufficient proof, wouldn't you say? Indeed, this is vital evidence. Horace Knightley was killed in the detention center by that dog. After that, the body was moved to the prison workroom. Our witness claims to have seen a dog in the workroom and the body was found. Oh, okay. So a person didn't move it, the dog did. Okay. That means the dog would have had to been very, very well trained. That makes it look very much like Dogan did it. But I think there's no way Dogan did it. I think that makes the most likely suspect the warden. But we'll see. Of course, a dog couldn't have planned this crime on its own. However, there is someone who could have. That's enough, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Judge Courtney? It's true this camera footage is vital evidence. However, there's something else you must prove. Actually, you've already noticed it, haven't you? It's just as she says. There's still a huge flaw in my reasoning. Knightley would have had a bracelet on, right? When he was being moved to the prison? I think? Wait, no. Did detention center people get bracelets? I don't remember. Let me check that, actually. It might say. Opens doors for animals, sounds alarm response to a prisoner's bracelet. So, okay. I'm not sure if that means detention center people count. I don't know. If that black dog is a prisoner's pet, how was it able to move between the detention center and prison? Ah! What will we do, Mr. Edgeworth? I still don't know how the dog managed to move from one place to the other. Well, there are a couple theories there. One theory is that Jailbird is the killer, and we know he was away when the scream happened, so maybe he was off making some kind of hole. I thought it was to escape, and I still think it is, but maybe it was actually some way underground or something to move between the places. I don't know. But more likely, if the warden is responsible, it wouldn't have been too hard to find some way to get the dog between the two places. I knew it. What? You're one to talk. You don't know either. If you do not solve this mystery, I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic. If this was a real courtroom, I would call for a recess now. Well then, I guess we're going to recess. Wait, I'm not finished. She is the judge. Court has been adjourned. Leave it alone. This isn't a courtroom. Well then, as I said, court is adjourned. I can't prove my argument, but isn't it the same case with Mr. Keyes? Whatever do you mean? Just as I don't know how the dog entered the detention center, you also don't know how Simon Keyes entered the detention center and prison. Although he came to visit the victim, he was an outsider to the prison. Don't you think it would be difficult for him to commit a crime inside the prison? Judge Courtney, now the burden of proof lies with you. Show us evidence that Simon Keyes entered the prison. Ha ha! You want me to present evidence? I'm happy to oblige. Bullshit! What? Does she really have evidence? It's about time I told you. Now that I know the basics of your reasonings, Prosecutor Edgeworth. What is she thinking? It seems you don't even know Simon Keyes' real occupation. Oh my god, is he some crazy mastermind? He's a circus performer. Oh, never mind. A circus performer? Which means he was one of the people performing for the prisoner, so he would have been inside the prison. Gotcha. Yes. Have you ever heard of the Berry Big Nice! Circus! Ah! But of course, yesterday was a day that I wouldn't have missed for the world. Wouldn't have missed for the world? Did you have some kind of important meeting? Oh heavens no! I despise meetings. It was the animal show, of course. It seems you realized. Wow, everyone involved in that circus is messed up. On the day of the incident, an animal show was being performed at the prison. And the show was put on by the Berry Big Circus. So then, do you mean Simon Keyes entered the prison as a staff member of the animal show? That we know for a fact. No! This woman! She's been concealing this fact the whole time! She only planned to reveal it after hearing my reasoning. What a smart bitch! What are you doing, Justine? Don't put in like that! Pardon me, Sebastian. Yes, your words in the suspect are very interesting. However, shouldn't you get to the best part first? Mr. DeBestie was going to say it then, but she stopped him! How do you like that, worthless prosecutor? You didn't do anything, you tool! Well then, now it really is time for a recess. I'll end with some advice. I had already doubted your abilities as a prosecutor. What? Which is why I relieved you of your authority. You'd best not forget that. And you think he's any better? Are you kidding? Unless you're the prosecutor, he's doomed to fail. What are you trying to say? The PIC can still take away your badge. If you value your badge, I'd advise you not to show your face before me again. Is that a threat? The goddess of law is merciful, but that doesn't mean you can get away with everything. And one more thing. I must digress. I suggest you stop with this defense attorney act. That's none of your concern. I don't intend to abandon a case I'm involved in so easily. For defense attorneys, a relationship of mutual trust with their client is vital. It is very different from the way of the prosecutor. In any case, you didn't even know about your client's occupation. Ugh! Well then, I must be going. May the blessings of the goddess of law be upon you. May Satan strike you down, bitch. Did Simon lie to us? It seems he lied to Uncle Ray, too. This complicates matters. Why'd he do that? Okay, either he's the killer, or he's just really frightened, which is understandable. And he didn't want to reveal his occupation. Which is very stupid, because we'd figure it out easily. But he seemed kind of stupid, so maybe that's the case. Hey, Miles, don't tell me you've got cold feet already. Courtney Pine's quite a handful, but giving up is still uncool. A defense attorney's creed is to never give up. Remember, you're my assistant. Of course, I don't plan on giving up either. It's just... my theory that he couldn't enter the prison no longer holds. Looks like we'll have to investigate once more. Dun dun dun! Alright, back with the keys, Meister. Why did you not mention that beforehand? No! But I did! What didn't I mention? That you're a member of the Berry Big Circus? No, it's just that, you know, I'm not... I can't call myself a member yet. I'm just a new recruit. Oh my god, are you joking? Regardless, that still makes you a member. Ah! Holy balls. Talk about cowardly. So, why didn't you tell us that before? If I told you I was part of the circus, it would have made me look suspicious, right? But not telling us makes you look even more suspicious. since I also knew Knightley and all that. I didn't think anyone would believe what I had to say. Not even you guys, Kay. Didn't we promise to believe in you? But Mr. Edgeworth, you're just kinda scary. If you want us to believe in you, you have to believe in us. Man, you're just terrible at getting info from people. Aren't you, Miles? That's none of your concern. Looks like we need to have a talk with him again. So, what did you do in the circus, Simon? I guess you could say I'm a wild animal tamer. Oh my god. Oh my god. It still looks like you're the killer. If it's not Warden, you look very suspicious. Because you could tame that dog. Oh my god. Alright, depending on the direction this case goes, I think it's either the Warden or Keys. Depends on what gets brought up first as a possibility. If they bring up Warden could have used her power as a security person to, let the dog move freely between the places, then, if they bring that up first, then I think it's Keys who's actually the killer. If they bring up that Keys would have been able to tame the dog first, then I think, the Warden's the killer. Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. So you command lions and tigers to do your bidding, right? No, nothing crazy like that. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way. My partner's this little guy right here? Oh, hey, that was the wheelchair guy's partner. The monkey that I thought counted as an accomplice, even though he didn't. I still remember that. Darn it, what was the wheelchair guy's name? Oh, man. I remember Regina, I remember Mo, I remember Max. I even remember Bat. Acro! That's his name, right. I remember now, because I'm like, yeah, the one guy's name is Bat, which means the other guy's name is Acro. Got it. Okay, Acro's former partner. Gotcha. So, cool to still see he's doing strong. And that makes you a wild animal tamer? He's more like an organ grinder than a wild animal tamer. Oh, and there's the monkey! Nice! Hey, Money, cut that out. He can be quite a handful sometimes. Whoa! Wait, what the? Is that an act? I don't think he's actually controlling you. I thought organ grinders controlled their monkeys, not the other way around. Maybe it's an act. Bear Bake Circus. Yesterday, you told us you were just a regular employee, correct? Even if I'm a member of the circus, I'm still legally an employee. We're just like any regular company. The ringleader is the boss, and I'm just a grunt. I even have a supervisor. She's the head of the Wild Animal Tamer Division. And that would be Regina. No matter what kind of fierce creature, they all immediately follow her every command. Hehehe, she might even be able to get a handle on Miles Edgeworth. I am not a wild animal! Did you and your supervisor take part in the animal show here at the prison? Yeah. It was just us two. It was only a small operation this time around. Basically, my supervisor takes center stage, and I take care of all the dirty work. Well, I did have a tiny part in the performance. So there are only 2 members of the circus that are related to this case. Your movements! So, can you tell me about your movements around the prison? Okay, I went to meet Knightley 2 days ago around noon. And that's when you gave him the chessboard? That's right! And then that night, I started setting up the stage in the courtyard. It was pretty tough going back and forth moving all the crates by myself. I left everything in. Workroom A, I think. Just temporary storage. Workroom A. That's where the body was discovered. Is this important? Possibly. Didn't your supervisor help you at all? No way! I can't let her do anything like that. That's my job! After I got everything ready, we started rehearsing. When we left, it was almost midnight. I see she's still being pampered. The show was set to start at 8 a.m. the next day and go until 10 a.m. The only one who went in and out of where the body was found is Mr. Keys. and then the body was found just before the show ended. Looks suspicious. Do you happen to know why you were arrested? It's weird how it happened so fast. I don't think that DePest guy would just have you arrested on a whim. Nice. He is quite DePest. I wouldn't put it past him, though. Well, maybe it's because of that? When I was moving the crates, I decided to go check up on him. You know, nightly. You went directly into the detention block? Did you have permission? No. I had to sneak in. It wasn't a formal visit or anything. Didn't you already see him 2 days ago? Why would you go and do such a thing? Well, we're the only friends either of us has had since childhood. He was the same as me. We never had real families. I just wanted to talk with him for a bit, so I went to see him. Didn't have a family? When I was younger, I lost the only family I had, my father. So is that it? I know all too well how it feels to lose your father at a young age. So you're the same as Mr. Edgeworth and me. So it was just the two of you talking at that time? Yeah! All the other cells were empty and there weren't any guards nearby either. What? But then you got found out. And that's why they suspected you. I guess that would make sense, but seriously, there was no other guards around? What? What? Did I do something really bad? Something must have happened while Mr. Keyes and Knightley were alone. That's probably the bestie's logic. It seems that we'll need to talk with your supervisor as well. Huh. Regina, nice. She should be here today too. Probably in the courtyard. Alright. I like Regina. I'm sorry it turned out like this, boss. Simon, if there's anything we can do to help, just tell us. What? What? But I can't do anything in return. Don't you worry about that. We're your allies. That's because we're like birds of a feather. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Birds of a feather, huh? I suppose that's true. We have sufficient information about your past. I doubt you had a motive to kill Knightley. Rather, you're probably the most affected by his death. And I doubt someone as timid as you could work up the courage to murder someone. Alright, I'll get you out of here. We'll believe in you. What do we have here? Starting to get a hang of the whole Vincere gig. But if I find out you're lying again, I swear to Edgeworth. Sorry. You sound a bit like your old man just now. Me? Sound like my father? Nice. It's a lot better than sounding like Von Karma. He would say the defense attorney's job is to be an ally to the deserted. If you're gonna ride that stallion into the sunrise, wait for me, I want it too. Mr. Shields, I think you mean sunset. Yeah, of course. It was just a joke. Want some candy? No, thank you. I don't like sweets. Oh, really? What a shame. I'm surprised that we're getting this friendly with him already. I was expecting to have a bit of a rivalry with him, but I guess not. I guess we're just pals. There's probably gonna be a later case though where we're rivals. I would assume. What's wrong with the sunrise? The legendary Yadirasi was all about the sun, since the sunlight always exposes the truth. Good grief. Wouldn't a thief prefer the night so that she can actually steal things? For now, let's just head to the prison courtyard and see what we can find there.